seems as though the wildlife in the Everglades are trying to take care of the Burmese python situation themselves. And there's one species in particular that seems to be doing it quite frequently, and that is the bobcat. Back in December of last year, there was a group of researchers that found a 13-foot male Burmese python with its head cut off, presumably from a bobcat. Now, this snake was actually considered a scout snake. Basically, researchers go out and they find these male pythons, they take them in, they radio track them, and then they send them back out into the wild so that when breeding season comes around and the males are starting to go around the females, that leads them to the females and the clutches of eggs, leading to them being able to remove those eggs. Well, when researchers went out to go find this male, they were expecting him to be holed up with a female Burmese python and possibly a clutch of eggs. But what they found was the 13-foot long python without its head and buried under a thin layer of pine needles. So in order to find out how that happened, they began to look for clues. And the way that the snake was found, with its head missing as well as a thin layer of pine needles over it, suggested it was a big cat of some kind, either a Florida panther or a bobcat. And then sure enough, during the necropsy of that python, they found these bobcat nails. Not only that, but they also set up a trail camera to see if anything would return to the area, and sure enough, that night they caught a very large bobcat that came back to the area and sniffing the air. Now, this isn't the only time that this type of behavior has actually been caught on camera. A few years ago, there was a trail camera caught up that was kind of facing where these snakes like to hide out and lay their eggs. And there was this bobcat that went toe-to-toe, not only while the python was there on the eggs, but also while the python was gone and ate some of the eggs. This is really suggesting that there are native species that are trying to fight back against these Burmese pythons because they are destroying not only what they eat, but as well as their entire ecosystem.